Light switch.
Light switch. Funny?
The name of my project is Umbilical. It's really sort of a very basic motion where you grab the tassel, pull down, you hear the clicking noise, you feel the clicking mechanism inside, and pull again to turn it off.
I designed the light switch like a human's face, and two eyes obviously control the lights. And when the eyes close, it's obviously the lights off, and the eyes open, it's lights up. That's a very simple metaphor of the human.
I did so many different things, and I was getting really frustrated with one of the other designs that I was working on, so I just wanted to do something frivolous, and I was in a restaurant, and went into the men's room, and they had this kind of faucet right there, and I thought all it said across the top was hot, and I thought, you know, that just solves it right there. I simply wanted with the eclipse light switch is a natural metaphor, and so I looked outside, and the obvious one was, of course, the sun, so I chose to kind of mimic that action of an eclipse.
In this light switch, we have looked at three separate elements: architecture, interface, and technology. The architectural reference is dealt with by the picture framing around the switch. The soft satin pillow area is to do with the soft tactile relationship one has with objects. And in the center, we have this exposed piece of technology, which is pressed metal and Bakelite, which is the guts of a standard American switch.
This light switch is trying to capture the fact that it has a life when it's off and a life when it's on. So as the electricity is passing through the light switch, the rubber is stretching in relation to that current. Suddenly the flushness of the light switch is lost, and it creates this web-like structure, immediately giving us a sense of the light switch being on.
I wanted to make something that was inexpensive but expressive, so you could use anything and get a light switch out of it. The very strong graphic quality of the two-dimensional product started to really interest me, because a light switch basically sits there as a beacon as to where to turn it on.
For my light switch, I mainly focused on the touch area. The area where you touch the pad is made out of metal cloth, and it gives a warm and soft feel. Instead of pushing a switch mechanically, you just stroke your fingers softly and sensually along the switch.
To activate the light switch, you can do a couple things. One is you can touch within this polished zone, and you can turn the light on that way, or you can come running in the room and kind of touch any of this outer rough area.
I discovered that the use of a creature and giving the switch personality started to make sense, in that it might affect the way that you use the switch. It might make you think harder about what you're thinking at the time of hitting the switch, slapping it, hurting it, or even doing something kind to it.
No, I guess not. I'll just do light switch. Light switch. Light switch. No.
Light switch. Light switch. Light switch, light switch.
I always knew I wanted to be a light switch designer. Day and night, night and day. All I could do was think about light switches.